met Johnny Parlay after he was picked #1 in the NBA draft by the Charlotte Hornets, straight out of high school. We were able to meet with him and his agent, and in a candid conversation, we saw that Parlay seemed underprepared to face the rigors of the NBA lifestyle.
At an early age, I could tell that I had a gift. And I realized that, it was my duty to the world to use that gift to my fullest ability. So I was in the driveway shooting jump shots. I was shooting free throws. And I had some good coaches, too. Like, I really only needed to be coached up until, 4th grade. But before that, that's where my fundamentals were developed. In the schoolyard, in the driveway, in the gym. Well, a lot of people, they get hung up on age. I say it's all about the skills. Johnny Parlay has the skills to hang with the big boys. If the big boys don't want me there, that's because they're afraid. That's why they don't want high schoolers in the league. It's not because I can't hang. It's because they're scared. Well, I'm excited about going to Charlotte. I think it's going to be a fun place to play. It's a new team. The fans there are excited. We got good people down in Charlotte. I think that they're going to enjoy Johnny Parlay and his special style of basketball. I'm going to go there. I'm going to score a bunch of points, get some rebounds, man, maybe even get some assists. You never even know what's going to happen because when you got a new city, there's nothing that you got to fulfill. It's a whole new thing. I think that Johnny Parlay is going to be good for Charlotte, and Charlotte is going to be good to Johnny Parlay. I got a whole new set of skills, a whole new game plan. They play the old school game. This is new school. This is Parlay school. Shit. I have one single aspiration, and that's to be the best player there is. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to shock the world when it comes to my play on the court, when it comes to my cars off the court, when it comes to my women that I hang out with, the food that I eat, the clothes that I wear. It's going to be a whole new way of life, the Parlay way of life. Oh, the jelly roll. I figured you'd ask me about that. It's a funny story. Back in gym class in 8th grade, the coach, he saw me all hot dogging on the court, and he was like, if you're so good, why don't you play me? So I was like, all right, coach, I'll play you. So what I did was I put the jelly roll move on him. I didn't know it was a jelly roll at the time. And at the end, you throw it off his forehead and yell, jelly roll! And then you just go score on him. So from now on, I tweaked it a little bit, but that's basically the jelly roll.
Jelly roll. Jelly roll.
I guess me and Cindy Lauper had a little thing. We were at some big party. One of her friends introduced me to her. I was, she was digging Johnny Parlay. I was digging Cindy Lauper. We kind of hung out for a little while. We talked. We got to know each other. She told me about how girls just want to have fun, and I was like, I'll show you how to have fun. We went back to my place. I showed her some of those off-the-court moves, the other jelly roll. Yeah, I got a problem with Michael J. Fox. That joker tried to rip off the jelly roll. Only Parlay does the jelly roll. I know you've seen that movie Teen Wolf, playing basketball, all like hairy and all that stuff. Yeah, he tried to do the jelly roll. He couldn't do it. That's because only Parlay does the jelly roll. Michael J. Fox, you better go back to the future or go to the past or I'm coming to get you, Michael. I'm coming to get you. I'm down. See, I told you, I'm down with that whole economics thing. I'm very financially savvy. For instance, the other day, I found this, I don't even know if I should be saying anything. There's this hot new technology. It's called Laserdisc. It's like a big old record, except it holds movies. Man, it's going to be the hotness. One day, it's going to make me even richer than I already am. I'm putting all my money into it. All of it. Take me to the bank. Jelly roll! Laserdisc, you're going to make me rich. Mwah! Take it to the bank. Jelly roll! Oh, you want to hear about the shoe deal? Okay, yeah, I got me a shoe deal. All the superstars do. I signed one with Sperry, This ain't like a basketball shoe I've ever seen before, but it's nice, It's got, some leather shoelaces, and that's soft sole. I think I can put the jelly roll on in these things, It's not too sharp right now, but once they put the letters with Parlay and the dollar signs all over, it'll be pretty sweet looking. I think these are going to take me far. I like these shoes. It's good. Good job, Sperry. After retirement, I told you about the Laserdisc. It's gold. It's money. Take it to the bank. Man, Johnny Parlay's skills with my Laserdisc contract, I got no problems. I got money for the rest of my life. I got bills. I'm getting paid. Who wants it? You want one? You want one? I don't need it. I'm Johnny Parlay. Jelly roll!
Johnny Parlay has signed a contract with agent Mr. Biffslam, an agent with a questionable reputation at best.
The Parnell kid.
Parlay?
The Parlay kid, yeah. He's got speed, he can shoot, and he's one hell of a motivator. He's got team written all over him. There's no parlay in team. My ass. Parlay's in every team. That's what we look for at Biff Slam Enterprise. He's not a conventional player. We recognize this. So we looked around. Sperry's got a hell of a deal for us. It's got grip for, a lot of guys sweat these days. The court's a mess. It's wood. So are most boats. Do you see where we're going with this? Didn't we already talk? I told you. Laserdisc. My brother-in-law came up with it. It's gold. It's a disc for lasers. It holds movies. It's gold. Next question.
The only question that we had, could Johnny Parlay succeed in the NBA under the shady tutelage of this infamous agent? It took Parlay only 2 years to wear out his welcome in Charlotte. Fans grew weary of his bad attitude and general unpleasantness. He was labeled a bust and traded to Boston, where for 1 year he found success playing alongside Larry Bird as they reached the NBA championship. But a drug-induced breakdown months later would bring the world of Johnny Parlay crashing down.
We had gotten over the whole Cyndi Lauper affair thing, and it was really hard for me, but I was trying to be understanding, and I forgave him. And then the drugs started, and it just got worse and worse, and I tried to help him, and there was just nothing I could do anymore. So I left, and I couldn't watch him throw his life away like that. We met when I was 17. I had to sneak out the back window of my house. I met at the Charlotte Coliseum. As I was chasing after him, I was his #1 groupie fan at the young age. So finally, after they pulled over of me beating on the limo, it was love at first sight, and we ran right to Vegas and got married, and things were all happy and peachy at first. Then he got too wound up in the Laserdisc investment and drugs, and his agent tried to sleep with me, and that wasn't cool either. So I got a little freaked out, and I met somebody better. So we had to end in divorce, but divorce isn't always a bad thing, right? Hey!
The Drug Enforcement Agency eventually became aware of Johnny Parlay's hardcore cocaine habit, and he became the focus of an undercover sting operation. These clips would be crippling to Johnny Parlay's career.
It's tough, having an idol like that and just having to be the one that brings about his downfall. It's just terrible, but I got a duty to my country to do, and you don't become captain of the force by playing favorites.
First met Johnny when he got kicked out of the NBA for the second time after a second drug bust. He came here to the Betty Ford Clinic, and oh gosh, the first time he was waiting in the reception thing, and we came over, and my receptionist caught him sniffing the markers, and he tried to deny it, but there was marker all over his face. We knew that he had done it. We just felt at this moment that it was just hopeless.
15 years later, we came to meet Johnny Parlay at the same location, this time under much different circumstances. Despite the good spirits and hopeful attitude displayed by Mr. Parlay, he had proved that the NBA had left him broke, desperate, and abandoned.
No, man, I'm feeling good. I just got back from one of my workouts. I'm not in the same shape as I was when I was younger, but, that's not really a problem. Jordan came back, played when he was 40. Parlay can do the same thing, man. I've been running. I've been lifting weights. Not very much weights. Not running very far, but, I'm working on it. And I shocked the world then. I'm going to try and shock the world again. Even though I never really shocked them the first time, that just means I got a chance to shock him for real this time. You know. He got me this broke shoe deal. I mean, boat shoes on the basketball court? Man, I broke my ankle 3 times the first season. Man, you know how much that cost me? I'm trying to shock the world, and I can't even walk. Shoot. Next thing he tried to do, he tried to sleep with my second wife. That's not cool, man. Why are you going to try and sleep with a guy's wife? And then he took out an insurance policy on my life and tried to have me killed for the insurance money. I mean, come on, man. So I fired him. Now he works for Michael J. Fox. I still hate that fool. My rock and roll lifestyle. Johnny Parlay has a crazy life, and not anyone can handle that. Man, I think that they just had to get away. And you know when, like, sometimes you say, it's not you, it's me? Well, when I divorced him, I was like, it's not me, it's you. Man, that wasn't even my fault, man. That was entrapment. Man, it's a funny story. I was actually trying to gather intelligence information on the drug dealer himself. They tried to turn around on me. Man, that's not, man, I got Miranda rights. I'm a United States citizen, man. And then I think that they got it out against someone just when they try to represent themselves, man. You know? Like, everyone knew it wasn't me, but always trying to hold the man down. I don't think they could handle my skills. Man, the Betty Ford Clinic. I'll be honest, y'all. That was a tough part of my life. Man, I made mistakes. I made decisions. I fell in with the wrong crowd. That crowd meaning homeless people. Man, it's hard being Johnny Parlay. I got fame. I got fortune. I got anything I want in life. And I just couldn't handle the pressures. You would have done the same thing. All you judging me, you would have done the same thing. So, you know, I tried to make myself better. I checked into the Betty Ford Clinic. I stopped doing drugs, you know, except for sniffing markers, but those aren't drugs. Those are for color, and they aren't drugs. I was just trying to see if there were those kind that smell like grape or like orange or something, man. You know the type from preschool? That's what I'm trying to say is if any NBA team wants to see the Jelly Roll live and in person, they can call me at the corner of Trade and Tryon at the payphone. I'm usually probably going to be there unless I'm, you know, asleep or something. But, you know, give me a call. I'll come try out. Share the Jelly Roll. Man, Johnny Parlay of 15 years ago, I don't even know that dude anymore. I had it all. Money, skills, the women. Then I made a few bad choices. A few bad decisions. I stepped on some people's toes. You know, the DEA. And then it was all gone. I don't have nothing, man. I got a pair of boat shoes, a laser disc, and this jersey. Man, this jersey ain't even mine. I stole it from some kid on the street. Stealing your own jersey. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. I'm hungry. I'm alone. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll.
What happens to that kid Johnny Parlay? Used to be real good. Got all the shape and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Used to be my idol, man. What's up, Johnny? Where you at, baby? Come back to the game.
Who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world few hearts survive.
All I know is the way I feel. When it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a stair every day. Love lift us up where we belong, where the eagles cry.
Man, y'all got some sandwiches or cookies or something, man? I'm hungry.